Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video I want to show you guys a few more screenshots teasing patch 3.3 for Final Fantasy XIV. Now yesterday I showed you guys some screenshots and some posts regarding the main story and the two new dungeons being added, as well as a post from the developers blog in the previous week. Now there were actually plenty more images where that came from yesterday, but I didn't find out about that till after the video had actually been released. There are new images of, again, Sorkai, Hullbreaker, as well as the Warring Triad series that we're going to be continuing in 3.3, and the new recommended gear feature. Just a few quick images that we can see of some of the dungeon enemies, some of the dungeon bosses. As you can see, one of these things is just flying around. A few new teasers regarding some bosses or some enemies that we've seen before, and that we're going to be exploring a little bit more in the patch. So some of these enemies you saw yesterday when we showed some of the previews with the developers blog, this being the giant Pegasus looking enemy we saw. This enemy, which I almost want to say it's a boss, but it doesn't actually look like it's in a boss arena, especially after seeing this image right here. It looks like it's right before the boss arena, whatever might be there at the end, but I'm starting to wonder what the heck. Yeah, because you can see right here, like there's just a bunch of trash enemies, and that thing's guarding the gate, which looks like it's right before either the final boss or the next boss. So moving forward, we get a few more images of Sorkai here. Again, beautiful, beautiful looking dungeon. This is right before the Moogle boss, if I'm not mistaken, right here. Then we have more images. It looks like it's a pretty big dungeon. I have a feeling when we get into it, it's not going to be too terribly long. Like, it looks grander in scale than it is in execution, kind of like the Anti-Tower did. But we'll see how it actually ends up looking. So now we have a few more images of the main scenario. I guess these downloaded out of order. I wanted to do the dungeons and the main scenario. We're still trying to figure out what the heck is going on here, but these are some of the images that were made available. You can see Estinian, although this is a Nidhogg possessed Estinian, or at least it looks like a Nidhogg possessed Estinian. You could see the eye in his arm and his shoulder, and you can see the possession thing right here, just that he looks kind of concerned, which is strange for an Estinian that is possessed by Nidhogg. This is almost definitely an attack being readied by Nidhogg of some sort. I would be surprised if there was anything. Maybe that's what Nidhogg's death looks like. Maybe he doesn't die quietly. Maybe he dies in a giant fiery explosion over the sky so everyone knows he's gone. Looks like there's more fights going on in the Steps of Faith. And then you can see Nidhogg just looking pissed as usual. He's always looking pissed, though. See, this looks like he's flying above the Steps of Faith, getting ready, getting this attack ready. I mean, that's just what it looks like to me, but we'll end up seeing. So here's some more pictures of Hullbreaker hard mode. This image we actually saw yesterday. What's the name of this boss? This is Ymir, right? This was Final Fantasy 6? Was it 6? He's going to hide in his shell, most likely, and if you attack him while he's in his shell, he'll probably shoot lightning at people. This was the first boss of Final Fantasy 6, wasn't it? When you're in the Magitech armor? Yeah, I'm 99% sure that that's what it was. Yeah, Final Fantasy 6. So there's another throwback boss. We got a few more pieces of the arena outside as it goes off to where we were originally fighting the Kraken before, although now you can see the multi-tiered arena. I'm going to assume that the final boss is the top and that this isn't like a multi-part boss or something like that. But you never know. Square Enix has a knack for surprising. Looks like a lot of trash packs like broken off and you must complete this challenge before moving on kind of deal. Just a few more images of Hullbreaker here. We've seen these pieces of Hullbreaker before. There's just cages with monsters added in them now. Now the recommended gear feature. Now this is a feature that has some people going like yay and some people going like eh. So basically this feature, recommended gear, I don't like the word for this feature. Basically what it'll do is it'll look at the gear you're currently wearing and it'll go, okay, what gear with a higher item level is in your inventory that you could equip with a single button. It's not here to tell you what's best in slot. It's not going to mathematically figure out, what 114 crit is versus 89 determination. It's literally just going to be like, is there something with a higher item level you could be wearing right now that you're not wearing, including your Steered Jobstone, as I noticed there at the bottom. So that's all it's really here for. And then when you actually press the equip button, it'll throw on all of that armor, so that way it makes sure you're a more appropriate item level moving forward. And I love how they have a mix of prototype might and healing stuff, but that the other highest item level stuff they have are Thyrus Zenith and Cleric's armor. Look, prototype, primal. They just grab some random character, like just whatever they have on them, just to show the feature, please. And then moving on, now this was the most exciting thing about the screenshots that we got. So the Warring Triad is continuing, and we've been trying to figure out, is it going to be Zervan next, or is it going to be Sophia next? Well, now I'm beginning to debate if we're even going to get one of those two in the next fight, as opposed to maybe them giving us the Nidhogg trial. I mean, we know whatever trial we're getting two versions of it. We're getting a normal, and we're getting an extreme. But now I'm beginning to think we might actually be getting that as a Nidhogg trial, because this shows what looks like a lot more story development in the Warring Triad series. You can see Unukalhai here, who is the main kind of mystery we have going on right now. And then you see Regula Van Hydrus, who we also know. Now, I would like to remind everyone, Regula Van Hydrus is the leader of the 6th Legion. So it is only fitting that he is obsessed with the Warring Triad. The way Square Enix has done it in the past is leaders of the individual legions of the friggin' Garlean Empire, they tend to fit whatever theme it is, whatever villain theme they are that matches the number. Gaius was 14, so he's original to us. Nail Van Darnus was actually leader of the 7th, and he tried to summon Meteor, which was Bahamut, and bring it down. It's no surprise he's obsessed with the Warring Triad as 6, so he is our Kefka, basically. And it looks like we're actually going to be getting our own individual trial where we team up with, you can see what looks like Y'shtola. I see Kryl on the side. It looks like, I want to say that that's Unukalhai right there, but for some reason I want to say, no, that's not Unukalhai. That's Urianger. That's easily Urianger over there on the left-hand side. And then we have, you can see some of the 6th Legion, and we're going into a small, what looks like trial inside of the research facility, which is cool. It's repurposing it, and then whatever he finds in there, this power, I'm sure he's going to become obsessed with this power, whatever it is. So I'm questioning if we're even getting another member of the Warring Triad in this patch now, and some other people are questioning it as well, as opposed to getting a Nidhogg trial that's normal and extreme, and then we get whatever it is. We'll get Zervan and Sophia in the other patches. Who knows? Maybe we are still getting them. We'll find out this Sunday. This Sunday, guys, we'll get all the definitive answers that we need. So remember, we have a live letter this Sunday, May 22nd. It's at 2 a.m. PDT. You can do all the rest of the time zone calculations after that. And Marco will be live translating it, so make sure you are there. So tell me, what do you think about these images of the Warring Triad? What do you think about the recommended gear feature that we have here as well? Hullbreaker, main scenario. Let me know what your thoughts are on all these screenshots. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for more information on Final Fantasy XIV. But anyway, until the next one, guys, thank you for watching me, and until next time, take care.